Hello everyone, wishing you all a wonderful day. Today we're diving into a touching Tet story about a single mother who starts her new year with nothing but homegrown vegetables, quiet sacrifices, and one unexpected gift that changes everything. From lonely past holidays to a midnight filled with warmth and hope. This is a journey you won't want to miss. If you enjoy heartfelt family stories like this, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. In the pale, chilly dawn of the very last day of the year, Mom Huyền stands quietly in the middle of her lush green vegetable garden. The air is cold enough to sting her fingertips, but she doesn't seem to notice. In her hand, she grips a sharp knife, slicing through the thick stems of the biggest cabbages with steady, deliberate movements. Each cut is clean, precise, like she's carving her gratitude into the final hours of the old year. Around her, the colors of Tet are slowly coming alive. Green bancheng rests neatly on a tray. Bright red watermelons sit heavy and round nearby. Golden apricot blossoms glow against the morning light, while soft pink peach branches lean gently against the fence. It's as if the entire garden is preparing to step into the new year. Little Maya runs in circles around her mother, her clear, curious eyes wide with excitement. She feels it too, that something special is happening. She's grown another year older. Another Tet has come. From deep in Mom Huyền heart, the first silent blessings of the year begin to rise. She prays for long life for the grandparents. She prays for health for herself and for Maya. She doesn't say it out loud. Instead, she pours it into her work. Every cabbage she cuts, every vegetable she gathers, is a quiet thank you to the people who helped them survive the past year. Maya tilts her head up. Mom, why do we have to pick the vegetables so early? Mom Huyền smiles gently. Because they have to stay fresh. If we give them too late, they'll wilt. And when we give something, it should be at its best. The answer is simple, but behind it lies something deeper. Life lessons wrapped in ordinary chores. Give at the right time. Give with sincerity. Never wait until gratitude loses its warmth. The atmosphere feels busy, but soft at the same time, like time itself is moving gently, carrying them closer and closer to Jiao Tua. Mom Huyền glances at her daughter. Gratitude fills her chest, but so does a quiet worry. The old year is fading. The new one is coming. And in this small bamboo-walled life, they still only truly have each other. But maybe that's enough. She ties the cabbages neatly into bundles, simple gifts wrapped not in ribbon, but in sincerity. Maya reaches for her mother's hand, gripping it tightly. The child feels the rough warmth of calloused palms, hands shaped by hard work, by long days and longer nights. Tet is near, and in this fleeting moment, all the heavy burdens seem to loosen just a little. Hope floats in the cold morning air. Hope for a smooth year, a fortunate year, a peaceful year. Time moves too fast. It almost hurts. It feels like just yesterday they were cutting vegetables for the same reason. And now, here they are again, standing at the edge of another beginning. Later that morning, Maya proudly shows off her new dress to Bibi, her small voice bright and innocent. Bibi doesn't have a new dress, she giggles. So Bibi stays home to watch the house. Okay? Mom Huyền watches her daughter with a soft smile that carries a hint of sadness. Her mind drifts briefly to the lonelier Tets of the past. Years when the house felt too quiet, when laughter was scarce. They arrive at Grandpa's house. He's outside, stacking firewood. Sweat traces thin lines down his weathered face, even in the cool air. Grandma has been gone since noon. Visiting someone, maybe shopping for Tet. No one really knows. Maya greets her grandfather politely, her small voice respectful and clear. When Mom Huyền asks, "Do you want to stay here and play for a while?" Maya shakes her head firmly. "I only like going with Mom." Those simple words land softly, but they cut deep in the hearts of the adults standing there. A child's loyalty is pure, sacred, unbreakable. Mom Huyền says goodbye, promising to visit again during Tet. As they walk back along the quiet village path, she reflects in silence. This year, there won't be big rounds of New Year greetings, no formal visits everywhere, just vegetables delivered to the people who helped them throughout the year. It's humble, but it's sincere. Life's pressures are still there. Unpaid bills, unfinished dreams, a house that needs more than patching. Yet when she looks down and sees Maya's trusting eyes staring back at her, something inside her steadies. The vegetable bundle feels heavy in her hands, but her heart feels lighter. The morning breeze carries the faint scent of blossoms, a quiet reminder. No matter how hard life becomes, family remains the strongest anchor. By midday, the sun softens over the familiar village road. Mom Huyền and Maya walk slowly, arms full of fresh vegetables, still cool with dew. They stop in front of Brother Jay and Sister Huyen's house. The peach tree outside is blooming beautifully, petals vibrant and alive. But the door is closed. Silent. Mom Huyền calls out softly. No answer. She crouches down and asks BB, who runs out wagging his tail. "BB, where did your owners go?" Maya looks up at her mother, then shifts her gaze to the kumquat tree by the porch. Small green fruits hang quietly, waiting to turn golden in just a few days. A faint sadness brushes against Mom Huyền heart. Tet is arriving, but some homes still feel empty. Some spaces echo louder than they should. They leave vegetables for the shop owner, asking a helper to pass along the message. A simple gesture, a quiet thank you. Just as they turn to leave, Uncle Jay appears from the alley, his voice warm and lively. "The Tet market is busy today. Why don't you come along?" Maya's eyes light up instantly. "Pho, I want beef pho." And just like that, the day shifts. The market unfolds before them like a living painting. Vendors call out energetically. The sweet smell of chewy ginger candy mixes with the scent of peach blossoms. Children stare wide-eyed at colorful toys and bright red decorations. Mom Huyền tightens her grip on Maya's hand as the crowd presses in around them. There's security in that touch, but also a trace of anxiety. Life is hectic, unpredictable, but moments like this, simple, noisy, alive, are precious medicine. Uncle Jay buys candy for Maya and points out different flowers. The little girl laughs so freely, so clearly, that something inside Mom Huyền loosens. No matter how difficult the old year was, Tet still brings simple happiness, like a small flame, warming cold hands in winter. They walk on, carrying not just bags from the market, but a quiet hope that the new year might feel just a little less lonely. The late afternoon sun tilts low, stretching long golden shadows across the village path as Mom Huyền and Maya finally make their way home. Their arms are full, vegetables from the garden, small treats from the market, a few simple Tet decorations carefully tucked into plastic bags. Just as they reach the gate, the familiar hum of a motorcycle engine breaks the quiet. Maya's eyes widen instantly. "Mom, Uncle Thomas is here." The little girl drops the market bag at her feet and runs ahead, excitement bursting from her voice. Parked by the gate is Uncle Thomas's bike, slightly dusty from the road, and standing beside it, carefully lifting something from the back seat, is Thomas himself. In his arms is a kumquat tree, not just any tree, but one planted in an elegant porcelain pot, its branches full, its tiny golden fruits glowing softly in the fading sunlight. It looks almost too beautiful for their small bamboo-walled home. Mom Huyền freezes for a moment. Why did you bring something so beautiful?" she asks, her voice touched with disbelief. Thomas smiles gently, almost shyly. "It was too nice to leave behind. I thought your house would feel more like Tet with it." For a second, no one speaks. The small yard suddenly feels warmer, fuller, like something invisible has shifted. The kumquat tree isn't just decoration. It's thoughtfulness, it's care, it's presence. They bring it inside carefully, placing it near the corner of the main room. Its golden fruits reflect the soft glow of the oil lamp. They sit down to talk. Thomas mentions how busy his freelance work has been lately, projects coming in unexpectedly, deadlines stacking up. Uncle Jay joins in, discussing preparations for the 5-fruit tray. They talk about fireworks at midnight, about how crowded the town center will be. Mom Huyền listens quietly, her gaze drifting back to the kumquat tree. Gratitude swells inside her chest, not just for the gift, but for what it represents. Thomas used to feel distant, just someone passing through their lives. Now he's here, on the last day of the year. Maya circles the tree over and over, her small fingers almost touching the fruit, but stopping just short. Her eyes shine as if it's the most magical thing she's ever seen. The weight of the old year feels lighter in that moment. Sometimes goodness arrives unexpectedly. As evening deepens, the house grows busier. Jiao is approaching. Mom Huyền and Uncle Jay begin preparing the offering tray. The 5-fruit platter is arranged carefully: banana, pomelo, papaya, mango, coconut. Sticky rice steams on the stove, fragrant and warm. Thomas stands up suddenly, rolling up his sleeves. "Let me help catch the chicken." They laugh, half teasing. But he steps outside confidently. The plump chickens squawk loudly as he moves inside the coop. Within minutes, he skillfully grabs the largest one. "You really know how to do that," Uncle Jay jokes. Thomas only smiles faintly. Soon, water boils fiercely. Feathers are plucked cleanly. His movements are steady, practiced, surprising everyone. Mom Huyền watches him quietly. There's a strange warmth blooming in her chest. In past years, Tet preparations were quiet, just mother and daughter moving through chores in silence. No extra hands, no shared laughter. Now the space feels different, fuller, alive. Maya runs back and forth, asking endless questions about the chicken, about the offerings, about midnight fireworks. Her excitement fills every corner of the room. Thomas wipes his hands and looks around. This Tet feels happier already. His words land gently, but they stir something deep inside Mom Huyền. Regret for lonely years, but also hope. Maybe the future won't feel so empty. The scent of boiling chicken fills the house. The coop grows quiet again. Outside, the sky darkens. Midnight is near. Soon the table is set in the center of the room. The oil lamp casts a dim golden glow over everything. The plate of boiled chicken, the fresh vegetables from their own garden, the neatly cut squares of bancheng. Maya climbs onto her seat proudly. In her clear little voice, she announces, "I invite Uncle G to eat." I invite Uncle Thomas to eat. I invite Mom Huyền to eat. Everyone bursts into laughter. The warmth in that small house is almost tangible. They begin sharing stories of past Tets. Thomas talks about years he celebrated alone, quiet apartments, silent dinners, fireworks watched from a distance. Mom Huyền nods slowly. I used to feel that way too, she admits softly, until life changed. There's a gentle teasing moment. You should find a wife, Uncle Jay jokes. Family makes Tet joyful. Thomas laughs shyly. I'll think about it. Maya receives lucky money from Thomas, her eyes shining brighter than the kumquat fruits. She thanks him over and over, clutching the red envelope tightly. Mom Huyền watches her daughter. Joy collides with memory inside her chest. Present warmth mixing with past loneliness. Hope intertwining with lingering worries. The banh chung is chewy and fragrant. The vegetables crisp and slightly sweet. Simple food, but heavy with affection. Thomas speaks quietly. Sitting here like this is already great happiness. That sentence tips something inside Mom Huyền. She lowers her head slightly, blinking away moisture gathering in her eyes. The old year is nearly gone. They exchange wishes. Health, peace, smooth work, better opportunities. Maya asks eagerly about fireworks, and they promise to watch them together from afar. It's not a perfect family, it's not a big house, but it's warm enough. Midnight arrives. Distant firecrackers crackle outside like echoes from another world. After some time, Thomas prepares to leave. The house slowly returns to a sacred stillness. Mom Huyền lights incense before the ancestral altar. Thin smoke rises slowly, curling upward. Maya stands beside her, small hands pressed together, eyes closed tightly. The kumquat tree stands quietly in the corner. Peach branches glow faintly. The boiled chicken, sticky rice, and 5-fruit tray are placed carefully on the altar. Mom Huyền voice trembles as she prays. For peace, for health, for steady work, for Maya's success in school. Maya whispers her own wish, softly. I want lots of money, to build a brick house as big as the earth. Mom Huyền smiles through tears and pulls her daughter into her arms. The innocent dream contrasts sharply with their bamboo walls, but it becomes fuel. Fuel to keep working, to keep hoping. Uncle Jay stands nearby, adding his quiet New Year wishes. They promise to work hard, to build that brick house one day. The firecrackers slowly fade. Jiao Tua officially closes the old year. Mom Huyền looks around the small room. From the early morning cutting vegetables, to the bustling Tet market, to the laughter around the dinner table, everything feels like a full circle. There is regret for the lonely past, but there is overwhelming hope for what lies ahead. Incense smoke drifts upward, carrying silent prayers. 2026 begins, not with dazzling fireworks, but with the warm glow of an oil lamp, the soft breathing of loved ones, and the steady presence of a kumquat tree glowing quietly in the corner. Inside Mom Huyền heart, a calm belief takes shape. No matter how heavy life becomes, as long as they have each other, they will endure. Tet is not about extravagance. It is about connection. It is about simple wishes spoken in the stillness of midnight. And in that quiet, sacred space, hope feels stronger than ever.